Don't tap the camera. Don't actually tap it, but just move your finger.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, mute that.
David, silence your... I was going to say silence your vehicles. Silence your phones on set. Yeah, okay. Hi. Okay.
We must say, hi, guys. So we must say.
No, because we're on the lower side. Like, no. Just, okay. Hey, guys.
Sorry, phlegm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, guys.
Hi, guys.
Was I saying hi for myself?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
okay.
sorry, okay.
1, 2, 3. Hey, guys.
Okay, sorry, I missed it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. We had to retake that like a few times.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even want to look like so awkward from you. How are you feeling, though?
I'm feeling a bit like shy to the camera, but excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, you guys know we haven't filmed in a long time. Sorry.
I don't think everyone's gonna understand the voice.
Nah, but on a serious thing, hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to OurTime Podcast, guys. Welcome. We're so happy to see you guys. We're so happy to be here. We're so happy to be filming today. Feeling very blessed to do this, right?
Yeah, honestly,
very blessed.
We're most likely gonna call this season 2, even though season 1 has like 4 episodes. But yeah, do you want to just get into why we stopped for a while for a minute?
Yeah, we're going to get in. So this episode is going to be just a comeback episode, not too long, just to kind of catch you guys up on what has been happening over the past few months. It feels like a year. What's been happening over the past few months. Why we took a little, is it hiatus? Is that the English to be using? A hiatus.
I don't know.
And just kind of let you guys know what is going to be happening in the future for this podcast, basically. So, yeah, let's get into it. Well, let's start with, how are you, Lou? Like, how have you been?
I've been...
Let's just say, like, this week. How have you been?
I've been blessed.
You've been blessed?
Yeah, the Lord's blessings also come with, the enemy trying to, like, distract you from the Lord's blessing. And that's what he's been doing, but he has not won, and he will not win. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's fair.
That's all I have to say. How have you been?
This week has been a good week. I was saying it into the group chat, like, this week was a very good week for me. It's been a very good week in a long time. Like, I haven't had this good of a week. Like, each day, I don't know if it's because I'm eating more vegetables or if it's the Lord or who, what way, but I am having a good week.
Just having a good
It's
week.
only because, like, me, Lou, and I
No, don't. This is not the place or the time.
Basically, we're going on a... No, I'm not gonna be specific.
But don't say that word. Don't say that word. Like,
I'm not gonna say the word. But we've been going on a life change.
Obviously. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A life change, right? And ever since we've been going on that specific life change, like, we're changing different aspects of our lives, for the better, of course. It has just impacted me personally. It's just impacted me physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Like, everything has just been real.
Tighten it there.
Everything has just been real good. But yeah, no, this week was good though.
That's really good.
Yeah, so
I think during this like journey that we're taking, my best week was last week. This week I just focused on other things.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It hasn't been the worst, but like, it's been a good week overall. Yeah.
Okay, so where are y'all at? Why did you guys just disappear? Like, y'all just abandoned it. To be fair, nobody has actually... No, to be fair.
Nobody.
Okay. Okay. No, you're right. We, not on like comment-wise, but like in person, every time we see people...
Yeah.
Where's the podcast? When's the next episode coming out? Why did you guys stop filming?
Even Glory was like, how many episodes do you have? Like 6? And I was like... I was so embarrassed. I said, no, we actually have 4. We have 4, right?
No, 5. According to David, we have 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it was just a thumbnail.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because I deleted the footage by accident.
Oh, my gosh, you did.
Yeah, that was actually an accident.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's not like they're putting pressure on you or anything.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But
this is zero pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's been asking us, oh, like, when's the podcast coming out? What, like, when's the next episode? All the kind of things. And okay, so I'll start us off. So basically, this is a bunch of reasons, I feel like, why we took a break from the pod. One of the biggest things, I think, was because we started, how do I put this? I think we started to feel like we went into it too early and we weren't prepared to be speaking.
I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
I think we were okay. The same way we spoke to the pastors, because we went to ask, I think it was Chichi's mom that said, you guys need to look advice over like the elders and someone who would know more. And we spoke to the pastor, David's dad, and he was like, you guys were doing really well in the beginning, which was our purpose for the whole podcast, was to show you guys our journey, was to show you guys how hard and how easy it can be and how nice and how ugly it can get. But then we ended up teaching rather than sharing our journey with you. And that's what he said. And when he said that, it kind of just clicked for us.
So
it made a lot of sense. Yeah. And I think as well, we were putting a lot of pressure on ourselves rather than allowing it to be a platform that God has given us to actually allow people to see how it actually is, rather than taking it on as an assignment to teach. You know what I mean? So with that, it just took a toll on us, I guess, in terms of like finding time to learn so we can teach. And then, what do you think?
Like, I feel like it's like, I'll talk for myself. I'm a type of person who I'm a very like, I want things to be proper. I want things, like, I'm a control freak in that sense. Like, I do you know what I mean? And so
you're working on it though.
I feel like I really am trying. Like, I really am trying. But I feel like when it came to the pod, I was losing focus of why we started the pod so early on. Like, how silly of me, but
it wasn't silly. I think you just, when we got this platform as a gift, I think you genuinely wanted to do so well that you forgot why we started doing it. So, like, because Chichi's a very passionate person. Like, Chichi is passionate. Like, Chichi is not soft about things. She's not laid back about. She's okay, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, and I'm like, relax.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. She's very passionate. So when we got this platform, she was very like, she felt like the responsibility, and then she gave herself a very big workload that she wasn't supposed to carry. I think that's what she did.
Wow, that was a really good way to put it. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Bye.
Wait, like, no, Lulu, she just put it into the best words. Like, that's exactly it. And it became a thing where I was, and it's funny because Lulu had said it, but I don't think I clocked it until it actually came to a... Sorry. You guys, you see, I'm not doing anything, yeah? I don't understand. Or maybe I need to tighten this. Okay, yeah. Sharp. Sorry, guys. But, no, Lulu said it all. Like, that's exactly it. And I think it was when me and Lulu talked about it, I took on majority of the responsibility as to why the podcast stopped, because I feel like I was the one who was like Lulu said, just wanting to so I don't even know what the word is. All I can describe it is this. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, I was just so like about everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny because how we're going to go on with the podcast is literally what my dad had told us to do in the beginning. If you know anything about my dad, he he's
very wise.
Yeah. And he just be knowing things.
He's very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
literally how we're about to continue the podcast and our filming schedule and everything is literally what he told us from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And I think it was also doubt is what me personally, I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but like, another reason why I was even doubting. I was like, should we even do the podcast? Like, do we have the Lord's blessing over this podcast? Like, it was, even though.
I think both of us just had those doubts in the beginning.
Yeah, like bro.
Yeah, it was actually hard.
It's hard. Like, it's genuine. Like, I'm a type of, okay, now we're kind of going into like regular things now, but that's basically why we stopped the podcast.
Yeah.
That's basically why we stopped the podcast. You know what I mean? But in terms of like doubt and like self-sabotaging almost kind of thing, I struggle with that so much concerning the podcast, simply because I was like, why do I feel like getting emotional so early? Ew. It was just felt like a thing where I was like, I didn't feel like worthy to be be speaking on a mic and be talking to like people. I
mean, I think it's because, not even in comparison, but when you
I compared
okay. When we look at like other leaders that are in the Christian
faith,
like that are doing this thing, like that are in the public eye doing this, they like would know a lot more than us and are more like, I don't know if you say advanced.
Yeah,
no, like they know what they're doing. Like, and me and Chichi are very like, what do we do? Like, and I guess that's where the Lord's guidance comes in. But it's just like when we look at them and we can't really say it looks like they know exactly what they're doing, and we feel like we have no clue what we're doing. Do you get what I mean? So it's very like, I was waiting for you to.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. If like, keep in mind when we started the podcast, we started filming in January. We filmed in January. We posted it in March, but we filmed in January. We had literally given our life to Christ the month before. We were fresh out. Fresh out.
When she said given our lives, it's not like we were meeting Jesus for the first time. We knew who the Lord was. We had started our journey, but it was, when she says given our lives, she means like proper, like
giving
let go of the secular life, like fully let go of that thing, and that's what she actually means.
Yeah.
So
we were fresh 1 month. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We started filming. You know what I mean? And it's like there was just
a year later.
Literally. Oh my god!
It's a year.
It's literally. We're filming this on the 21st of February currently, and like it's been a year, obviously. We've grown a lot, you know what I mean, and all the things. But at the time, even till now, I feel like I still struggle with comparison in the sense of like, not like, you'll see other people and you're like, no, they know they were like, they be doing like they did they were, you know, they built themselves up to this thing. It's like I almost felt immature. Like, why am I on the like it's feeling very, very immature. You know what I mean? But when we had talks to our pastors, when we got confirmation and all the things, guys, I don't know why I'll be so real with you. At times it doesn't feel enough. Like, I'm a type of person, Lily knows this, and it's bad trait of mine. Don't be like me. I'm a type of person, like, I need to see it on writing. Like, I'm like, on writing, do the podcast.
She will say, God, show me red, and she wants to see red everywhere. She wants everything to change to be red.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And funny enough, the season that I'm in right now, I really don't want to use this Christian lingo. The season that I'm in right now, you know. I
don't think I've ever used that lingo.
But it's like, I don't know how to also put it.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Say, my sister, it's you. It's be you. Be true to you.
Like, the place that I'm in right now, what I'm reading, concerning what I'm reading, and just what I feel like God has been kind of teaching me throughout the months is faith. Like, faith down. Like, he's been teaching me about faith. Currently, I'm reading First Samuel. I've been First Samuel time. First Samuel, and I'm also kind of dipping into Jeremiah, but that's a whole thing. But like, just faith. Learning about faith, what faith means and all these kind of things, and just like trying to build my faith and all these kind of things. It's hard. For someone who wants to see things, for someone who wants confirmation 24 seconds, what's the word?
24/7.
24/7.
The word. Shame.
24/7. For someone who wants things to be seen in front of her, like, faith is hard, guys. I'll be so real with you. Just plain and simple, faith is hard for me.
Yeah.
Point blank period. So yeah, that was concerning the podcast, just a whole bunch of doubt on my end. Just like, don't know if we're ready for this. And
on my end, it was very much not finding time.
That's another thing. Schedule.
I was getting very busy. And because I work nights, it gets hard to film because I'll be like coming from night shift. And even sometimes when I come from work and I go to church, I'm like this. Like, so it wouldn't look good if I come on the camera and I'm like that. Do you know what I mean? I know it's just to get the message across, but obviously I need to look kind of presentable. So, and even just like my life is just busy. Like I don't know what. Like
it's true.
Yeah, like I don't know, but I think I'm also in that place where I'm being taught discipline and patience because there's so many things that happen, but I need to know my priorities and line them up because not having that discipline also made me not put the podcast on a higher priority like as it should have, because at the end of the day I don't think I ever thought of this as a platform that God blessed us with to like actually share with you the journey, but I just saw it as another thing that me and Chichi picked up. You know what I mean? But like this time around it's gonna be different, guys. Going forward we do want to kind of like do more audio than just than doing video, because physical, because although we love doing video, it's very more like it's very much like we connect with you more. I feel like when we do video,
100%,
and it's nicer to do video. Like I like doing this, and I like to actually look back at the video, but like it's the editing is a lot. Like it looks like it's not a lot of editing, but it is. So and it takes longer. Whereas if it's just audio, we just put out the audio the way it is if we record. So we can be more consistent. We're going to do more audio, but we will here and there do video because we want to upload every month. And if we can do more than that, that would be great.
Yeah. So right now, sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry. But right now the schedule is going to be once a month is what we're committing to. Yeah. Once a month, come on, give you guys an update on how our journey is going and all the things. And hopefully it edifies you guys. Let me tell you something that's so crazy, right? Is that when we talked to Pastor that day, me and Lily were going for lunch after church, and we were talking about how like we've gotten text messages, comments about people saying like, oh my gosh, the podcast really helped me in this, and keep in mind we had only had like 4, 5, 6 episodes. 2 of those episodes I would want to delete if it was up to me, but anyway, like I didn't think that they would even be like, do you know what I mean? And for people to even be texting us and be like, bro, like, can you... I've had one girl text me, one of my friends, and be like, can you talk about this on your podcast? Can you talk about this? Like, I'm struggling with this. Can you please mention this about like, how do you do this? I'm like...
We were actually helping.
No, we were actually helping. It was like, oh, and we just disappeared.
I found the message in my Instagram the other day, and I was like, who is this that's texting me? And then I read the message, and she was like, oh, you guys have helped me. Like, I've wanted to grow my journey for a while now, like, along those lines. And I was like, people are actually watching it. Like, people are taking this thing a lot more, like, serious than we are. And it's so bad. Like, it's actually so... But it's going to change this too. So... It's different.
I wouldn't even say... what would you say that what you learned throughout this whole process, the ups and downs of this this podcast, what you've done or whatever, what would you say the ups and downs have been for you? Like, what have you learned?
From doing the podcast, or just the whole situation?
Just the whole situation of why we stopped, all the feelings behind it, all the things, just everything.
I think we kind of spoke about that, I guess. Like, just our doubts and the fact that we didn't really make time for the podcast the way we should have.
Like, what did you learn? Like, what would you do better? Okay, maybe say what would you do better?
What would I do different?
Yeah, kind of thing.
Make time. Make it a proper, like, a priority.
Yeah.
Because... if the Lord is not going to use us, I can't have this like, oh, somebody else would do it. Like, if he's not going to use us and he's giving us the platform, who's going to do it? You know what I mean? Like, I need to, like, it actually has to be a priority, even if it's a thing where, because I can say, oh, I'm not going to college today because I'm tired. Like, why can't I do that with the podcast? I'm not going to college today because I need to film. I'm going to cancel this shift because I need to film. Like, I need to make it an actual priority. Hence why I'm saying, like, it's going to be different going forward because it is becoming a priority of ours, where we're seeing that it's a lot more serious to we think it is. Like,
Yeah.
and we don't want to just reach the little audience that we have already, and we appreciate you guys, but we want to like reach a lot more people. Like, I don't know about you, but if we've already, if if we've reached like the amount of people that we have now, I would love to reach a lot more. And not even for us, but it warms my heart when I see people say that the podcast has helped them, because then we're doing what God wants us to do. Do you get what I mean? Otherwise, we're not doing our job. If we didn't get any messages or any comments, I'd be a bit concerned. Like, I'll be actually a bit concerned when people are not asking, like, where's the podcast? You know what I mean? Because then it's like, we're not doing a proper job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you?
I think for me, one thing I learned is have faith, man. Have a little bit of faith. Like, I remember, we're part of I'm on the team of MC, right? And we were out. Let me rephrase this. We were at an MC session. This is when Daniel was preaching on faith, right? And he was, going off, and he was like, you want to keep asking for confirmation, but you just have to have faith to do the thing, type of thing. That's kind of what he was going on. And I was like, duh. Like, it's like, he even, like, he referenced, I think it was Elijah. I can't even remember, but the main point is, like, you're asking for confirmation. Where's your faith? You don't need confirmation for faith. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's the whole point of faith. That's the whole point. Do you know what I mean? And so I guess just overall, I would just have a bit more faith. Have a bit more faith in the fact that God is with us in this. You know what I mean? Because another fear that I have is doing this without God's covering, doing this without God's blessing. That scares me. Genuinely, that scares me. I don't want to do anything without the Lord's blessing. I really don't. I don't want to know what that looks like. I don't want to know what that smells like. I don't even want to know what that sees like.
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to
see it. I don't want to taste it. I don't want. You know what I mean? And so that was also another thing. So, but I guess once again, if you know the podcast is blessed, have faith in the fact that the podcast is blessed. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And God is with us in this kind of thing. So yeah, that's basically it. Sorry, David. What time? I don't want to make this podcast too long. What time are we on?
20 to 7. It's 20 to 7 now.
No, as in the time. How many minutes have we been running?
I think we've been filming for like 30, 40 minutes now.
Like 30, 40 minutes.
I think we started at 20 past 6.
20 past 6. Oh, 20. So 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah. It's been 20 minutes.
Don't worry. Next time I'll time it.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Okay. David's in the back, guys.
Yeah.
Get the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, look how beautiful David look. Take your beanie off. Show them how fresh you look.
The fresh cool.
Yeah. Show them. I know you got your haircut for today.
We know.
Guys, he got his hair. Guys, look at my brother.
Sorry. Yeah, so you guys, I'm just in the back, guys. Don't really mind me. I'm just
the one who
I'm being there for my brethren,
Yeah.
This is our creative director.
Guys, what is we just gave him this name. I don't think any of us would really know what a creative director.
What's a creative director?
Creative director, right? So it's like the camera, the lighting, the audio. You're doing a bit of everything. Do you know what I mean?
Isn't that a producer or director? Oh, but creative director.
I'm creative, I'm creating new things, and I'm also directing you guys how to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I feel like, we're gonna try to be more consistent with the podcast, obviously, with regards to like filming and stuff, like they said. It will probably mainly be audio because your boy's in college, right? I'm busy, I'm doing a lot of things. So like for all of us to be here, it's really like, a blessing. So
we were all really excited.
We were all excited. I can't because I'll tell you what, guys, I was having a very bad day.
David.
When did you text, like last week? Was it last week?
Yeah.
It was some point last week, right? They texted like, "Oh, who's ready to film?" I tell you, I kid you not, my smile went on my face.
Dave,
smile went on my face, guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm happy. We're back.
Bye.
Because like I said, guys, like I said, guys, it wasn't a goodbye. It was more of a see you later. That's what it was, though.
Put the mic down.
I'm gonna put the mic down. I'm gonna let my sisters talk. So later.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, that's David, guys. Anyway, what was I gonna say? What would you say currently you are learning about? What is God teaching you about recently? Let's go. Let's start talking about our journey. The whole reason why we're even podding in the first place. What is God teaching you right now, Lulu?
Just discipline and patience.
How is He teaching you that?
I thought I was one who had patience. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I think there's two types of people: the expressive one and the one that's not expressive. I don't have patience. I genuinely don't, but I don't express it. Like in terms of when I'm driving or if I'm waiting for someone or someone is annoying me and I just have to keep quiet, I will keep quiet, but it doesn't mean that my blood is not boiling. You know what I mean? So I've learned how to be patient with people because at the end of the day, when they see me in that light, I'd want them to have patience with me as well. You know what I mean? So He's teaching me patience as well, not with just people, but with things. I'm one person who probably has their whole life planned out. I have my whole, like, before this year started, I already had my year planned. Like, God knows, like, no, because I think I have so many goals. Goals are not bad. They're not a bad thing.
Goals
You know
are
what I
bad.
mean? They're not a bad thing.
Goals are bad.
You know what I mean? But they become bad when you idolize them over your relationship with God. Meaning doing extra work over spending time with God to reach those goals.
Oof,
That's what I was doing.
Wow. Okay.
So and King will always tell me, like, relax. Like, you don't need to rush to where you're going. If God says He's giving it to you, He's giving it to you. It's going to be at the right time.
Yeah.
Because if I rush to get that blessing, that gift that I want, when I'm not ready, I'm just going to ruin it. You know what I mean? So I'm learning patience. I think more with that than people. Because people I feel like I can manage that. Like it's not that bad. So like people do make my blood boil sometimes, which is fair. It's all right. Like it's not a good thing, but it's what we go through. So it's something that we all do need to work on, to be fair. And you road ragers, can I just say, I'm so sorry. Like I have been driving for a while now, right? And I would never say I've hit the honk. Not for me to say I'm better than anyone, but I just don't see the point.
In road rage.
First of all, I wouldn't honk my horn at anyone because my car right now is like... I don't know why both of you looked away. Why did you both look away? Why did you do that?
No, let's...
something where when David, the window is black.
What's the name of your car? What's the name of your car?
I'm driving a Fiat 500.
Her
name is Tiny.
Yeah. No, guys, the car is very cute. The only thing is that when she honks, it's like... beep, 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 beep. Like, it's like... beep, beep, beep. You know, like when you honk, it's beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Not Leander's.
Mine is like... It's like, hey.
Yeah.
You're like, which is... But if I was doing something wrong on the road and someone was to honk at me with that horn, I would just laugh. You know? And I don't want people to laugh at me. But like, irregardless of my horn, I would, even with other cars, like I wouldn't think that, because I genuinely don't see the reason for that. Like, why are you honking the horn at me? Unless I'm standing at the traffic light and it's green, then I understand. You know what I mean? Then I'm like, wake me up, hello, get up, let's go. You know what I mean? That's fine. But like, what's you honking the horn and shouting on me on your way out gonna do? It's not gonna do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other day, this woman was like giving out to me. She was, sorry guys, this is so beside the point, but like, we were merging roads, right? And you're supposed to give way to the lane that's merging, because where they're supposed to go, like there was poles where I was trying to merge, and this one was trying to speed. I'm like, sis, and I was driving a sports car, and I went zoom, and then she started, watch her, and I just took my stand and I was like, and I was not in a rude way, but I was just drinking my water, and I feel like she thought I was being rude, so she started shouting at me, and I was like, sis, you were supposed to give me way. You know what I mean?
Lulu.
So then I got annoyed, but I was just drinking my water, you know. So, anyways, that's just, I don't see the point of the whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's
if you don't need to use it, don't use it. Like, if you see that you're very impatient, maybe pray before you get in the car.
Right.
Because, not that you shouldn't be doing that in the first place, but I'm just saying, if you know that you get angry on the road, just and then drive.
Right.
Because we are tired of the road ragers, honestly.
Cussing us out. I wonder how many people have been kissed from a person on the road.
And every time they do that, I have to pray. Because I don't know if I'm going to reach my destination.
Because you just kissed me.
That just kissed me. Anyways, yeah, patience and discipline. Discipline.
Discipline. The discipline that we're all really bad at.
I feel like a lot of people have more discipline than... I'm going to speak for me and my friend right here. Our discipline can be very... She's much better than me these days. I'm going to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. If Chichi says she's going to do something that day, she'll do it. I'll list out all the things I need to do and I'll do like 2 things. And then
I'm like that as well.
But you're better.
Thank you.
Because if you list 5, you'll do 4. If I list 5, I'll do 2. And Chichi is the one who holds me accountable. Be like, I thought you were doing this. Where are you? And I'll be like, oh, I want to clean my room. And then she'll see me in Esther's house. And she'll be like, sis, I thought you were. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
So it's like just doing what I need to do, basically.
Yeah.
But with order. Not doing this because I need to do it. And especially now because of the car, I'm doing pit stops everywhere without needing to do them.
Yeah.
And so...
Do you think... when it comes to, I've said this to you before though, but do you think that when it comes to your discipline, when you have a set things, you're not good at like saying no to external things that could break your thing? Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
That's the lack of discipline.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I can't say no to things that are not of priority.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so weird, isn't it?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Because it happens a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not even about people.
It's not about people. It's you like not being able
things.
to. Yeah.
External things can be people as well.
Yeah.
But like even to myself.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times guys, Tesco is so expensive these days. I don't know how many times I went to Tesco in 1 week. And every time when I'm in Adamstown, because my sister lives in the new apartments and the Tesco is literally downstairs, I've spent like over €50 buying like 5 things.
Serious?
Yes.
Bruh.
5, 6 things, and it's even worse if you don't have a club card.
If you don't have a club card,
I have a screenshot of Chichi's club card,
which I don't. Why don't you make your own?
I tried and it wouldn't work.
Oh, okay. So you should be sharing the points. What is the points even? Anyway,
and you don't share your points with me. Let's just start there.
I said you use my super drug.
I have your super drug.
I said you use super drug. That day I said no because I wanted to buy something that day. But after that I said you can use
€9 the other day, and Nessa used it. Nessa used the whole €9. On your super drug. And I said, Nessa, this is not my card. She goes, oh, sorry. And I was like, it's Chichi.
Nessie, I'm coming for my money.
Did she transfer you the €9?
No.
I'm going to tell her to transfer it to
Nessie, sir. Hey.
I have a super drug, her boots, and her Tesco.
My boots, someone is stealing my boots. Someone is stealing boots. Someone is stealing my boots club card.
What?
My boots points. Now I'm going to think it says, check Nessie.
Yeah. Check Nessie.
But
essential cards, guys.
Yeah, no, they are essential cards. It's true. What was I gonna say? But yeah, is that it for you?
Yeah.
Your discipline and what did you other say? Discipline and what? Anyway, patience. Thank you, Dave Oval. From moi, what's the Lord teaching me? I said faith. Faith. One thing that I've been saying to everybody, I feel like I'm saying it to everybody, but one thing that I'm learning, particularly with faith, is that God doesn't need to tell you what he's going to do for you to have faith, because he has already proven himself enough to have faith in. Does that make sense? When I'm reading like the Old Testament, I'm looking at the Israelites and how God has shown how faithful he is to them. And the problem with the Israelites is just that they would not remember. They just would not remember, forgetting that it is God that actually brought us here. Like, I was reading for Samuel, and it was like the Israelites were complaining about, oh, I want a king, we want a king, we want a king, we want a king. Like the other nations, deep this. They want, oh, we want a king, like comparing themselves to the other nations. And then God's like, but you have a king. I'm your king. But if you want a king, we'll give you a king. Do you know what the king, who the king was? Saul. Oh, it was Saul. Now in the beginning, Saul was he was a G. Saul was calm. But he turned into salt.
My dear.
You get, like, he was just salty after a few days. You understand? Point being is that I had learned, God is really teaching me that he has shown me how faithful he is. Like he's proven himself to me. I was saying this to my friend yesterday. I was like, if God doesn't do anything for you anymore, if he doesn't give you the latest car, if he doesn't give you the job that you want, if he doesn't do anything for you again, he has already done enough. He's given you your son so you don't have to be in the pits of hell. Point blank period. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. Do you know what I mean? Like I was deep in the yes, I was like, wow, like there's no reason for me not to have faith because you've shown yourself. You've actually proven yourself over and over. Not even forget. Okay, if I can reference how because the same God was for the Israelites is the same God that I'm serving, right? Okay, so if I'm not even going to look at the Israelites, let me look at the testimonies around me. When I look at my friends, I'll have friends telling me testimonies on screen. I'm like, wow, so that God that did that for you, that's my God too. Calm. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And then just having faith also. And then if I'm not looking at testimonies, if I'm not looking at who he was back in the Old Testament, looking at the New Testament, knowing that he's given his only son for me, why wouldn't I think that he's going to be faithful in everything else that he said in his word? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, faith has been a really big thing that he's been teaching me recently. Like faith. Like it's just like, it's me motto now. Like, I mean, it's something that I'm really trying to learn. The other thing is, this has just been ringing for the past 3 days now. I remember I was praying. I was like, Lord, what is it that like? Because I didn't want to. Once again, I didn't want to do a teaching thing, you know, that thing. But I was like, Lord, what do you want us to talk about on the podcast and all those kind of things and all those kind of things. And one thing that's just been ringing of recent is idolatry.
Oh my gosh.
Lou, I say it.
It's not idolatry.
What?
But like sin, like putting your sin above that area. Anyways.
Say what you want to say.
You know how people would like material things.
Wait, hold on, because this is go on.
Material things, sexual immorality, a lot of sin. They don't see it as like, they idolize that sin.
Yeah.
Instead of
idolizing in the sense of like putting that above the word of God, like putting what they're doing as in more important over the word of God, over who God is, if that makes sense. Like putting it over God's lordship. So like they would rather I think it's more like not even trying to deal with that thing, being like, God is so merciful and God is gonna forgive me, so it's okay, babying that sin, okay,
and then like trying to make it seem as if, okay, Lord help me, I need help.
Take your time. It's fine.
I'm trying to avoid editing.
No,
this.
but it is.
That's why I'm trying to like. We've actually
fine.
been doing so well for the past like 30 or so minutes.
No, but it's fine.
You know what I mean? You know, you can idolize your sin. Yeah. I don't know how, like. Give me an example. Like having material things and being like, no, don't touch my bag, it's new. Or don't wear my shoes, I haven't worn them yet. Oh, my whatever, my this. If God takes that thing away from you,
it's gone, Shem.
If God actually takes that thing away from you, because what you're doing is sin. You're putting material. First of all, do you even? Sorry, I don't mean to get so dark, but we were talking about this like 2 days ago. When you are gone from this earth, when your soul is no longer keeping this body up,
because it really,
where are those material things that you were busy saying, oh, my bag, my shoe, my car, what's gonna happen to those things? You're not going with them. I'll tell you that for free. You are not going. And even if we bury you in those clothes, you are still not going with them. They are staying under the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like putting those, not realizing that yeah, you can say, oh, me, I'm a Christian, me, I'm this, me, I'm that. But as long as you continue to put like, you guys don't understand that sin just leads to death. I don't think you understand that. And like idolizing that sin and babying it and making it so cutesy. It's
the babying
and like,
for me.
Yeah, like, oh, God knows I'm not perfect, this and that. All of you have a will. If you work on it, that's something that you can overcome. Like, I've seen people overcome something that I never would have thought they would have done. You know what I mean? And for you to baby such a thing, it's like you don't care about what God thinks, or you don't. And that's, I'm not here to condemn you. I'm just like here to tell you like that, like, sin isn't something that you're to idolize. It's not something that you're to, you know what I mean? It's something you're supposed to tear down and break. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When it comes to idolatry, and it's funny, you know, I told Lord, I was like, Lord, I will know that. Oh, this is me asking for confirmation, but it was not actually too bad because I was going to speak about it.
My friend does.
Anyway. I was like, Lord, God, if you give Lulu the same thing, then I'll know. Shop.
What is it?
Idolatry.
Oh.
and idolatry was also the one thing that you've been thinking about recently as well.
Not even recently. When I was sat in this chair, I was actually.
That's crazy. Yeah. I literally since yesterday.
Like,
and you know what I was like, I don't want to provoke you into it. I was like, I don't want. So I was like, I'm going to let if Lulu says something about. That's why I kept asking you today. I was like, Lulu, is there anything particular you want to talk about on the podcast? And he said, no, there's nothing. I was like, Ferris?
No.
I was like, Ferris.
I was sat here and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't want us to talk too much about ourselves, but more what do the people need to actually know?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
from our experience.
From our experience and what we've learned.
Yeah.
And idolatry is one of them. Like idolizing your sin is one of them.
For me, it is it's twofold. Like, it's the obvious one and the not so obvious one, which is just idolatry in general, point blank period. One thing that the Lord has been showing me, or I won't say showing me, but one thing he's just been allowing me to see, like take note of, is just idolatry, particularly in your day-to-day life. Schoolwork, family life, friends, gym, ministry. Bet you didn't know that one. Serving. I didn't know that one. You know what I mean? Your gifts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. Serving gifts,
the ministry that God has gifted you with, you're now idolizing it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. I was realizing, I was like, it is only by... Okay, so me and my friend, we were reading Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah chapter 1 and Jeremiah chapter 2. Now, if you have read Jeremiah chapter 2 and 3...
Jeremiah is a good book.
Oh, bro, I'm only getting story in there. And we were reading Jeremiah 2 and 3, and bro, I said, God slay it.
Wait, hold on a second.
The Israelites. Jeremiah.
You're not talking about me, friend.
No.
Did I send you Jeremiah 3?
No, you sent me Hebrews 5 and 6.
No, before that.
I don't know.
Okay, no.
No, it's me and Precious. Yeah. We're reading Jeremiah 2 and 3, and like, obviously it's Prophet Jeremiah prophesying, kind of just, warning the Israelites, like, and basically he's just going off, like, God's just going off and being like, you idolize these things, like, you run to these idols and all these kind of things, and then you come back to me, like, and he just keeps going on and going on. He's like, you're committing adultery, because when you've given your life to Christ, you come into covenant with him. Now y'all are in a marriage, like, y'all locked in, well, supposed to be locked in, right? So if you are going outside of that, you're committing adultery unto the Lord, kind of thing, right? So he's like, yeah, like, you're committing adultery, like, you're like a prostitute, all these kind of things, using this kind of English. I said, like, this is deep, like, this is deep, and I started deep in it. He keeps going on and on and on, but then at some point throughout the message, or at some point throughout him prophesying or whatever, he goes on and says, but like I'm still here. Like I still want you though. Like you are going and you are going to worship idols and you are going to do this and seeking this. And when you cry, why don't you go back to those things? When you are in trouble, why don't you go back to things? No, you come back to me. And you know what's so crazy though? I want you to come back to me.
Yeah.
I accept you. And then it made me realize, I was like, it is only by the faithfulness of, no, it's only by the mercy of God that you get to even do that thing that you're idolizing. It is only by the mercy of the Lord that you get to do what's pulling you away from him. You are prioritizing school. Let's take school. You are prioritizing, oh, I need to get an A in this. Like, I need to get an A in this. I need to get an A in this. You are studying day, night, evening, afternoon, after lunch, after everything. But throughout that week, you've probably done a little cutesy Our Father prayer. And once again, these things are not bad, but it's do you know what I mean? But we're measuring it, right? You are giving your 100%, 110% into one thing, but you are neglecting time with the Lord. And it's only by
gave you that.
Do you get what I mean though? Like, do you get what? Sorry.
It's okay.
Do you get what I mean? Like that's the like I.
This is the passion now,
because it just blew my mind. I was like, and it's only by his faithfulness that even in that studying, he gave you an A. He gave you an A. And he let you, like,
because
it's
you
only
could
by
have studied all those things.
It was
they were not going to
his faithfulness,
show,
his mercy.
Bro.
It's only by his mercy. It is literally only by his mercy that he's giving you the strength to wake up every time to even read. It's only by his mercy that he hasn't just shut your eyes to even not read that book. Do you get what I mean? It's only by his mercy.
It is.
I said, whoa. I said, okay. I said, fair. And then I realized, okay, Chichi, what are you idolizing? I think my biggest thing that I'm idolizing probably is comfort. I do not like to come out of my comfort zone. I do not like to come out of things that make me comfortable. I like to be comfortable. And it's one of my worst traits. And it's one thing that God is really pruning out of me. Like, every single day I make it a conscious decision to do something uncomfortable. I really am trying to be uncomfortable these past few weeks. Like, I really am trying to be uncomfortable because I want God to break that out of me, because I understand that there's nothing that will grow in my life if I'm continuously comfortable. I need to get uncomfortable sometimes. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to say this without also acknowledging the fact that idolizing is
it can be very subconscious.
It could be very subconscious. Like, I don't want to say it to a thing where to beat yourself up for it, because there's been plenty of times that I beat myself for it 110%. And I think it's also just acknowledging, like, I think it's also acknowledging that God is a father. Do you get what I mean? He genuinely just wants to spend time with you. Like, he genuinely just wants to spend time with you. He wants to catch up. He wants to get to know you. He wants you to get to know him. Do you get what I mean? He just wants to continue to sustain you. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And it's just acknowledging him and being like, okay, yeah, Lord, like, this is the current situation right now. Like, I really want to get an A in this, and you're giving all of yourself into this. And God's like, okay, we can do this, but invite me into this. Invite me into your studying. Do you get what I mean? Don't just go and do things in your own strength kind of thing. Invite me in, you know? So yeah, that's what God has been teaching me currently, or just showing me, or just letting me know of, reminding me of. Yeah, but comfort is definitely one thing that I idolize very, very bad, and I'm breaking it out.
About the comfort. I was thinking about what Daniel said when we did the embassy fast. Remember the
in summer
overflow one? And I'm sure it was Daniel. I think it was Daniel. He was talking about, you're not supposed to be comfortable. And I was like, what
right. Oh my goodness, yeah.
And he goes, if you see yourself being comfortable, something's wrong.
Whoa.
And when I started to realize, like, most situations that I was comfortable in were keeping me, like,
stagnant.
In
shackles.
So I remember consistently for that whole week and after, consciously trying to make myself uncomfortable. Y'all probably gonna think we're weird for saying that you need to make yourself uncomfortable.
Right.
You need to actually understand
you need to make yourself uncomfortable.
Making yourself comfortable makes you stagnant. It makes you lazy. It makes you not disciplined. Like, you have to think about it. If you don't have discipline, that means you're comfortable where you are. If you tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, and then tomorrow you're waking up at 8 a.m. The next day you're waking up at 9 a.m. and you don't care, that means you're comfortable where you are. You have no discipline.
Right.
And discipline is a thing the Lord wants you to have. Like, it's good. It's not a bad thing that you wake up at 5 a.m. every day and pray. It's just discipline. It's something that you know you're going to put... You have priorities. There's things that need to be above other things. And it shouldn't be a thing where you're going to prioritize your flesh over the things that you want. No, you shouldn't prioritize your flesh and the things that your flesh wants in that moment over the things that will actually help you in the long run.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Right.
There's nothing that's going to help you about waking up at 12 in the afternoon. There's nothing that's going to help you with that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get anything done if you just think about it. But if you have that discipline to try and wake up really early every day, it's only going to make you do really well in everything that you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I was trying to teach myself as well in that time, in that period, was uncomfortability and not being okay with being comfortable. Like, any moment and any time, if I felt like, if I do that, I'll be really uncomfortable, I really don't want to do it, I will force myself to go do that thing.
Do it.
And I really encourage you guys to do that as well, because it makes you break, like, it breaks a lot of things.
Yes.
Like, it breaks a lot of things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anxiety, depression, fear, it makes you break all those things. You don't need to be comfortable where you are, because it's just going to keep you in that space. You know what I mean? It's not going to help you at all. Like,
and you just reminded me, another thing that I also want to say is how recently I would beat myself up for, I don't know if I'm an overachiever. I don't know what the word is, but I always want to do like the most. Yeah, I guess maybe the word is extra, overachiever. Like, I don't know what I am, but anyway, I had realized, like, I was like, I need to wake up at 5 a.m. and do these things. I need to do my Bible study this time and and whatever. Balance. That's what I want to say. Balance. Didn't we say this during the fast? Was this during the fast when we started saying this? No.
It was like balance, not balance.
Yeah, there's balance and then there's balance. Wasn't that what I was saying? I think I seen a meme and I was like, oh my gosh, let me start making. And it was during the MC fast as well, no?
No, that's too far.
What do I think it was? I'm not even joking. I feel like it was. Anyway, but
what was it in the context? Sorry, that was such a shout. What was it in the context of, though? Like,
I cannot remember.
Balance, like, was balance like the real balance, or was balance?
Wait, did we not say this in other episodes? Balance. Anyway, point being, is balance, like balance, guys. Like, what you call it? This is the last thing we're gonna say, because we're about to hit 1 hour and I don't want to hit 1 hour. Yeah, I was just always like, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that and and then I was praying in the evening. I was praying just before I was going to bed. I was on my knees, I was worshiping all things, and I started crying, started bawling my eyes out, and I started reaching, why bawling your eyes out? And then it was basically, I felt like God communicating to me, like, this is just what I want. Like, I just want you to be here and try. Do you get what I mean? Like, to do it in your own, not to do it in your own, like, because I do believe you're going to have to make sacrifices. Sacrifices, you need to wake up a bit, like, wake up a bit earlier, even if you're tired and all those kind of things. Don't get me wrong. But, like, in that moment, because I was trying so hard and then I would just fail. I wouldn't do what I wanted to do, and then I'll just give up for the whole day, and I'm just like, there's no point in me doing this, no point in me in that. God was like, no, like, you're here, you're trying, like, he's like, he basically, I felt him communicate, like, little by little, you're gonna get there. Just come and let's do this together, kind of thing.
Exactly.
I was doing it in my own strength. That's what it was. I was trying to do everything in my own strength, and I always fall into that trap of trying to do things in my own strength. Sometimes I don't know when I'm doing something in my own strength and when I'm using it, when I'm in the Lord. Like, sometimes I'm just kind of confused. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Then I was there and I was like, oh my gosh, like, and I just felt the peace. I was like, oh wow, like, I just have to come and we just do it together. Do you know what I mean?
Try.
At this point, I was just trying to wake up like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I want to wake up at these times, all these kind of things. It's like, okay, let's try 6:45.
Yeah.
Let's actually just try 6:45.
Yeah.
It is not now.
Well, we're not saying go from someone who wakes up at 12 and try to wake up at 6:45.
Right.
We're not saying that.
Yes.
But she's saying little by little. If you're someone, guys, waking up at 12, okay, I'm not judging it, but for me, that is crazy. Like, waking up, unless you're someone who does like night shifts, I understand. Like obviously, if I do a night shift, I'm probably waking up at 2 p.m. But like, don't go from someone who wakes up at 12 to wake up at 6. Like if you're waking up at 12, maybe you should jump a bit bigger and say like 10. But if you're someone who wakes up at 8, 7:30, the next day you're waking up at 7:50.
Yeah.
The next day you're waking up.
That's
Like
literally
try.
all. That's
You know what I
literally
mean?
all he was requiring from me. Trying.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I was like, okay, so like now I'm trying to wake up 6:45. We'll do my prayer, or whatever, and I go to school. I try and leave the house for 8 o'clock. Get ready for 7 or whatever. So that 15 minutes I try and spend with the Lord. And sometimes I wake up at 7. Like I slept at like 2 a.m. the next day, and I wake up in like a panic. But then as I'm on my way, I'm on the bus onto school. I'm going to school. I'm praying. I'm listening to worship music. I'm engaging with the Lord. I'm writing, typing down. I find it best. My best communication style with the Lord.
Oh my days. Don't even do that again. Gee, like seriously.
My best communication. Sorry, my friends. I feel like Justin Bieber was this. I feel like Justin Bieber. My best communication style with the Lord, right, is journaling. Guys, journaling is my favorite thing ever. Like, I'll be typing on my phone. I'm like, yeah, Lord, I can't lie. This, whatever. I can't lie. This, so, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be typing to the Lord. Like, I'm writing a letter to him. And I when I feel like he's replying, I write it down. Like, it's like I'm having a conversation with the Lord. You get what I mean? But I find my best time with the Lord is also in the evening times. When it comes down to it, in the evening times is when me and the Lord, we really be locking in. That's when I'm having proper conversations with him. That's when I'm worshiping. That's when I'm praying. That's when I'm, do you get what I mean? That's my time. Do you get me? Now, I do believe that there is a certain type of grace in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now, for me, it's the evening time. That's when I'm my best with the Lord. Do you know what I mean? That's when I can pray for an extended amount of time. Do you get what I mean? Just try. Like, he just wants you. And that is with him, he's going to pull you into longer extending periods of praying. It's going to be with him that he's going to wake you up at 2 a.m. to pray for your mat. It's with him. Like, do you get what I mean? He's going to pull you into these kind of things. So that's what I've been learning overall the past few months that we've been on this hiatus and all the things. And yeah. That's us, guys. That's the end of this episode.
Yeah, I think to just wrap it up, I think I would say an overall message is just to genuinely try.
Yeah.
Just to
genuinely try.
Because if you're saying you're trying, the Lord knows your heart. You might as well just not do anything at all. Try, like a genuine try. If you're saying, oh, I want to get closer to the Lord today, don't say, oh, well, but I tried to do this. Okay, maybe try is not the best word to say. I'm going to say just do it.
Yeah.
Just actually just do it. Just do it. Like,
it's because I've been using that phrase the past 3 weeks. I've been saying just do it.
Just a guy thing. Just do it.
Just do it.
Don't say, oh, well, I'm trying to wake up, but it's not working. Or I'm trying to pray, but I can't.
Do it.
Just do it, guys. Just do it, because he can see your effort. And be honest. Chichi was saying this the other day. Be honest with the Lord and come to him. God, I genuinely don't have energy to do Bible study. I don't want to be here. I don't want to pray. I don't have energy. All I want to do is watch my Netflix series and go to bed. That's all. Be honest. I'm not saying do that. But
be honest with him. That's
be
inviting
honest,
him
because
into your
you're allowing him to help you work on that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're saying, well, I tried to do Bible study, but then you have Netflix on at the background, then you're watching the TV, and then it becomes bedtime. I'm not gonna lie, I fell into that thing too, like many times than less. You know what I mean? So just like genuine honesty with the Lord, and just do it. Like just do. If you don't, I'm trying to get closer to the Lord. Just do it, guys.
Yeah.
Just do it. Like, there's so many ways to do it.
Resources,
like fellowship, church, Bible study, praying, worshiping, whatever it is, just do it. And it will actually, like, you'll see your relationship with him growing a lot more than you think, and a lot faster than you might have.
Yeah.
Thought.
So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We really genuinely appreciate it. Be praying for us, y'all.
Yeah.
Honestly, be praying for us, y'all.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
sorry.
The CD needs to come in.
in.
I just want to say we appreciate the love you guys are showing on TikTok and Instagram. Specifically TikTok, though, because
I haven't been on the TikTok.
There's been likes, and follows. So, yeah, I think the idea just popped in my head as the two of them were talking. I think like we should kind of have not like a verse for the month, but kind of like a verse that kind of, what would you call it? Partners up with the topic that you guys were speaking about. You know what, idolatry. What verse came into my head? Ecclesiastes 5:10. It's like something about like, whoever loves silver. Wait. Whoever loves, because I'm actually reading Ecclesiastes crazy enough this month. So it's like whoever loves silver or never loves silver. Basically, it's just saying, you know, don't be idolizing. Thank you. Idolizing money. So yeah, we'll try to be more active anyway.
Yeah, for sure, guys.
For sure.
Well, thank you, David. We really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. We really, really appreciate it. You'll be expecting us a bit more consistently. I wouldn't say frequently on YouTube because we want to be consistent. So once a month.
If you look for us and there's no episodes, you have so much permission to bombard us and say, guys, I won't lie. If you guys don't hurry up, I'm unsubscribing. Don't do that. But just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as much as we're saying we're going to be more, you know what I mean? It's a new thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
So we do need some kind of encouragement. If you can, like, just leave a message or leave it, like, you guys sending us messages really encourages us. Like, that's the reason why.
If it's actually true, don't just send just to send.
Socks. Yeah, we've actually picked up our socks and we're like, okay, we need to actually, because we're actually helping people. Let's, because the Lord knows that if we didn't receive any messages, this probably would have fizzled out. Not only because we are not listening to the Lord and whatever, it's because He gave us this platform already. So it's a thing where it's either we're gonna do well with it or we're gonna do really bad, and we need you guys to help us at the end of the day.
Aww,
you know what I mean? So just
cute.
Encourage us. Just encourage us and just like the videos and subscribe and share them. You know, the usual thing.
Yeah.
You know.
But
But yeah.
Thanks, guys. That
Thank
is the end of
you
this
for
episode.
watching.
God bless. Be all good. May your relationship with the Lord increase this year.
Amen.
May it be all the good things. All the good things.
All the good things.
things.
Favor will follow you guys.
In Jesus'
Amen.
name. But thanks, guys. Peace.